Good morning, everyone. I am the Coach Doctor, and this is Daily Sport ESPN's Daily Sport, and I am the Sports Doctor. That's right, that's right. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and good evening, depending where you are streaming live. We got a lot to dive in today as well. So make sure you get in there and join us, shall we? We got a lot of sports to talk about. Let's dive right in. Sorry about that. My Facebook popped up. Okay, let me just put my phone on not too disturbed. Sorry about that again. Here we go. Now let's get this going, everybody. We got a lot to get into. Let's get right into it. Let's start off with some NBA talk. That's right. The NBA playoffs have started. We are starting with tonight with the playing games. We got 2 games tonight, and both games are on. And yes, we got 2 games tonight, and we got 2 games tomorrow night. And all these games are on. All the playing games, and yes, all the NBA playing games are on Prime Video this year. So congrats to Prime Video for getting that done. And with that, we have tonight at 6:30, we have the Heat taking on the Hornets in Charlotte at 6:30. At 9 o'clock tonight on Prime, we got the Suns taking on the Trailblazers, Portland. Phoenix is favored by 3.5 points, and Charlotte is favored by 5.5 points, according to ESPN Bet. You have to be 21 years or older to gamble. Or I think it's 18. If you want 18 range, you'll be 21 years or older to gamble. And of course, terms and conditions to apply. Tomorrow we have tomorrow's games for the NBA. We have for the playing game. We have the Magic against 76ers in Philly at 6:30. And then we have the Clippers taking on the Warriors at 9 o'clock. And yes, they're again also on Prime Video as well. And then from there, we're going to Friday's games. And that's when the playoffs itself begins after the playing games are done. So I'll give you the one done on Saturday's games. And then I will give you Sunday's games. But Sunday's games, they only got one team. The West and the East first rounders of game 1. Let me go back to Saturday. So Saturday's games, we got. Sorry, folks, this from my honey. She's loud. Anyway, we got the Rockets taking on the. We got the Lakers hosting the Rockets. So on Saturday evening on ABC at 7 o'clock. We got on Prime Video at noon. The Cavaliers taking on the Raptors of Toronto. We got the Nuggets taking on the Timberwolves at 2:30 on Prime Video. And we got the Knicks taking on the Hawks at 5 o'clock on Saturday, also on Prime Video as well. And now, for the Sunday's games, we have, and I will do some Gateway Sports minutes on this once these are all set and done. Because the play games that we have tonight and tomorrow, we'll be taking on the winner of the 76ers Magic game, playing game. The winner of that one will take on the Celtics at noon on Sunday on ABC. To be continued. To be determined. We'll take on the Thunder. We don't know which one that one is yet. Depending on the seeding, which those are out. And that's also on ABC on Sunday, and that's at 2:30 in the afternoon. Same thing, also to be determined with the Pistons, with the East round, first round of the East. But that game will be at 5:30 on NBC and Peacock as well. Yes, there will be. We got the winner of the Suns Trailblazers game. The winner of that one will take on Weapon Yama and the Spurs at 8 o'clock on NBC and Peacock as well. And with that, let me go into the brackets. Let me tell you who will be going where and when. So, the winners, let me see, for the first rounders, make sure you do, and if you want to have breakdown the brackets and more, all on one app. Make sure you download that one app. That is the ESPN app. Everything is on ESPN. Yeah, dance, baby, dance. Yeah, my baby's doing a little dance right now. Anyway. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Make sure you do download the new improved ESPN, the new improved and interactive ESPN app. For everything, for everything, for the Masters we had this past weekend too. Baseball to MLB to football to WWE, everything is here all in one app, all in one click, one tap of the WWE, one tap of the ESPN app. Okay, we got to talk baseball. But let's start off with college. Today's games we have at 1 in the afternoon got gymnastics on Harvard in the baseball Beanpot collision game. We got Georgia plays today at 2 o'clock on SEC Network Plus against ETSU. VCU would take on Virginia at 2 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Let me see what other games that actually need to be brought up. We got Florida State taking on Stinson. Okay, all right, here we go. All right. We got North Carolina State taking on East Carolina at 5 o'clock tonight on ESPN Plus. Louisville will take on Western Kentucky on ACC Plus at 5 o'clock. Duke will take on the Liberty on ACC Plus on SEC Extra at 5. Clemson will take on Charlotte on ESPN Plus at 5 o'clock. FAU will be taking on FGCU on FAUsports.com. We got the Texas A&M taking on Houston tonight at 6 o'clock on SEC Network Plus, as well as Alabama taking on UAB at 6 o'clock also on the that's going on the ESPN Plus as well. We got all Alabama State taking on Auburn also on the SEC Network Plus. Yeah, and that is at 6 o'clock tonight. Southern Miss will take on Ole Miss at 6 o'clock tonight That has I don't see I do not have a ESPN channel or another network for that one. Vanderbilt will take on Lipscomb at 6 o'clock again at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus. We got Oklahoma State and Oklahoma going at it tonight at 7 o'clock on the SEC Network Plus. And we got Santa Barbara taking out UCLA. Top ranked UCLA at 9 p.m. tonight on Big Ten Plus. On Big Plus. So those are the games I will highlight for today for boys for college NCAA baseball and now for NCAA softball we have tonight. Starting off in the 12:30 game. Once I'm done here, we will have Utah Tech taking on BYU. In the Michigan will take on Central Michigan at 3 o'clock. Okay, this is a good one. South Carolina will take on Clemson on the ACC network at 5 o'clock tonight. We got Boise State and Iowa State going at it tonight at 5 o'clock on ESPN Plus. North Carolina will take on East Carolina. And that will be at 5 o'clock. Also, and they'll be on ESPN Plus. We got Notre Dame taking on Indiana at 5 o'clock on Big Ten Plus. And that's big. Plus, Alabama takes on Stanford at 6 o'clock. I do not, those of you in my home state of Alabama, I do not have a channel but for this one, but make sure you check your local stations, ESPN, your local stations as well to find out what time that game is. You can also check the Birmingham newspapers as well, and of course Tuscaloosa as well. You can always go online, go to the ladies softball for ladies softball, Alabama ladies softball, and you will find that decision right should be right there. I just can't get up. I want to go for a dance. Anyway, we did have the Masters this past weekend. Yes, Rory McIlroy won his second consecutive green jacket. Now I'm gonna put this out now, and I will post this later on. Rory McIlroy won his second covered green jacket. Because of this, he only joins elite players up in the excuse me, sorry about that. In the golf world. Back to back. Okay, I'm just Googling this. Make sure you always have Google and ChatGPT. It always helps. It always helps me out. Okay, my girlfriend is distracting me here, but I'm trying to do my walk. Giving you all those sports. Anyway. Masters back-to-back wins. Here we go. And with Roy McIlroy's win. They're now not. They're now. You have Roy McIlroy's back-to-back win this past weekend. He joins the current class of the only players that won back-to-back Masters, and that is Jack Nicklaus, Nick Fado, and of course Tiger Woods himself. But here's the one thing I want to put out there, and I will post this, and I will post this everywhere, I'll plaster it all over social media later on. And this is what it is. This Roy McIlroy has won his second consecutive green jacket. I think I could see this happening. It could happen, but we all know when you watch sports, when you hear the word repeat, and that always happens. Yeah, I know you probably seen them in like basketball, like with ladies basketball went on. And we all know when the years ago, couple 2-3, so it was 2 or 3 years ago, in the Super Bowl when the Kansas City Chiefs were going on with a repeat of winning 3 consecutive Super Bowls in a row. But then they lost it in a really bad way against the Eagles. I can see this now, confidently. Roy McIlroy will be the first and only golfer that will win, not one, not two, but 3 consecutive Masters. I can see him winning a 3rd Master in a row. That's right. I am putting this out there right now. I'll make sure Pat McAfee that is on right now, as well as Rich Eisen, coming up on the top of the hour once after I get done here, we should go to the Rich Eisen show on Disney Plus as well. And I will be calling in to my shows. I'll be calling in to Germana Molly. I'll be calling into Rich Eisen again. I'll try to get to Pat again. We show all these shows, and I will put this out there in the ESPN hemisphere. Because I know, and I bet I can see Roy McIlroy winning his 3rd consecutive green jacket, which will give him, that will put him in a class of his own. Because he is one of the greatest golfers there is. For sure. Roy McIlroy. Roy McIlroy. Make sure I got it correctly. I gotta make sure I spell correctly because when I do my work for ESPN and ESPN with sports as well, I gotta make sure I get the right spellings for everything. Anyway, Roy McIlroy. Oh, that's right. Because Roy McIlroy is one of the greatest European golfers out there. Yes, I said it right. European. He's one of the greatest golfers of all time, and he's one of the greatest European golfers of all time as well. And he's only 36 years old right now. He's only 36. He's only 6 years younger than I am. And look how well he's been. He's 6 years younger than me, and he's doing really well. And Roy has been on the edge a lot, but only because he's doing so good. Roy McIlroy is one of the greatest golfers out there. Anybody, anyone out there can definitely say that for sure. And even Jim Nantz, Nantz, he's on right now with talking about the Masters this past weekend on Pat McAfee right now. So about that little stumble, sometimes I do stumble. Anyway, besides that, we also got to get into NASCAR. We had some NASCAR this past weekend. And yes, we got Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is doing great. You definitely go watch Ty Gibbs. He's one of the greatest. He's really a young man, and he's really doing good. We got another win. And Michael Jordan is back. He's been back now. Yeah, we see Michael Jordan do his thing on the basketball court and the baseball diamond, but now we can see what he can do as an owner on the big oval in NASCAR. And with the next race coming up this coming weekend, we have the Cup Series at Kansas, the Kansas Speedway race, and that is a 1 o'clock race this Sunday on Fox and HBO Max. It's a summer cast. And of course, this past weekend's winner of last weekend's race was Kyle Larson. Yes, but I like Gibbs. He's definitely one of the greatest. He is becoming a great. He actually is becoming, dare I say, maybe another Dale Earnhardt, maybe he's coming to be one of those really great NASCAR drivers, short car type racers, you think Edwards. I see Edwards is he's becoming one of the greatest NASCAR drivers, like Edwards, Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Sr. He's becoming one of those greats out there. And he is Ty Gibbs. Don't forget, he's also part of Gibbs Racing. His family runs that racing. And Ty Gibbs is only 23 years old. And yes, we all know his grandfather. We all know Ty Gibbs' his grandpa. And that's Joe Gibbs. And if you go to Joe Gibbs is a Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer, but in the NFL. Joe Gibbs was an NFL guy. He played football. There's not that many sports athletes played a different sport altogether that became big in another one. Michael Jordan is one of those now. Joe Gibbs and now Michael Jordan. Those are the two I can think of off of my head that have played a different sports altogether and making it big in a complete different one altogether than the sports they have played in. For Joe Gibbs, it was football. For Michael Jordan, it was basketball and baseball. But there are a couple of guys that I would like to see that could maybe do this in the future, in the years to come. But be a while. How about Deion Thomas Sanders? We all know he can play baseball. We all know he can play football. But can he become an owner and do really well in NASCAR? I think he possibly could. I don't know how well he would do, but eventually he probably come well like Michael Jordan did. It took a while before Michael Jordan got his first win. And I believe his first win was Bubba Wallace. And I am a huge fan of Bubba Wallace. Not just because who he is, but because he and I both are Alabama boys. He's from Mobile, Alabama, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And yes. And make sure you do watch NASCAR this week. You'll find out what the polls are going to be like this weekend on Sunday. As well. And of course, I do want to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. So let me go back to the NBA. And let's talk about the downfall of the Milwaukee Bucks in Giannis Antetokounmpo. I go back to this past Sunday. You don't know this past Sunday was the final games of the regular season. The Milwaukee Bucks lost last Friday. Was the Milwaukee Bucks' final game at home. And they lost, and they were lucky to get that win. They won that game, 125-108 to the Nets. That was the final game at home. The final game for the season itself, they lost out to the 76ers by 20, 106-126. And of course, it was the 76ers. We all know the 76ers are in the playoffs, and the Milwaukee Bucks, for the first time in a long time, are out of the playoffs altogether. Giannis, his career is basically up in the air right now. We don't know where he's going to go. But I do know, that he will not be a Milwaukee Buck. He had played his final just the other day, 2-3 days ago. Giannis Antetokounmpo had played his final game in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. And that is for sure. I'm talking about it. Everybody out there talking about Shams, Jim Adamami, Jim Willis, everybody out there in the ESPN world watching it. Even ESPN on ABC. Pretty much everybody of the analysts, any analyst, NBA analyst, people like Stephen A. Smith, people like Chris and my dog Russo are talking about it. I know that, and I will be shot tomorrow on Get Up when Chris, my dog Russo, just says, what is he mad about? I know he can be mad about this. Talking about the Milwaukee Bucks and their downfall. I know he will be bringing up Giannis in some way or form as well during his what he's mad about tomorrow. So make sure you do watch. I'll definitely be watching it tomorrow morning as well, watching my friend, Coach Timmy and my of ESPN. I'll Get Up. On First Take with Stephen A. With Chris Madoso putting out his what he's mad about. And I know this has to be in there somewhere. In there. I don't know if it'd be the first. I still think he always gets mad about on Wednesdays he talks about. Let's see how far this will go. I know Milwaukee Bucks definitely need. And hey, Doc Rivers is fired. Doc Rivers is done with. They need not just a new. They don't need just another star like a Giannis. They need a new freaking head coach. Doc Rivers is out. Giannis is basically out as well. We need a new star, and a new coach in Milwaukee, in the Milwaukee Bucks. And yes, I'm actually mad about this myself. Yeah. In the words of Chris Michael Russo, break me down. Yeah, break me down. And that's for you, doggy. And now, of course, with the Giannis stuff going on, and Doc Rivers. The Wisconsin Badgers are in the news. That's right. Chris McIntosh has stepped down from his role as the AD for the Wisconsin Badgers, and now he's working for the Big Ten Network. Well, not the network, the Big Ten Conference, actually. And this was on yesterday at the Mountain Valley. It was on William Tausch this morning. It was on KBN. Yesterday's episode of Mr. Weldon with Alex Strofe. It was on, of course, William Tausch. And, of course, it was on yesterday as well with on Sportsman with Evan Cohen, Michelle Moment, and Chris Canty. And yes, Evan definitely had a mouthful. Evan has a big mouth. We all know Evan Cohen has a big mouth when he has stuff like this to talk about. That's right, Evan. I'm calling you out, man. We all know Evan Cohen has a big mouth. Hey, I like that guy. And yes, I will have him on another episode of that was ESPN's Done with Sports as well. I'm working on that as well as getting the guys of the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam with Charlie and Wally as well. And others. I even try to see if I can get some of my famous friends that I have. Yes, I have famous friends. Matthew Hamilton. I got to try to do that guy. See if I can get him on. He just got back from doing reporting. A satellite reporter for Culling. Whew, man, we got a lot to do. We had the UFL this past weekend. And in overtime, the Storm beating the Kings 29-27. The defenders handily beating the Gamblers 45-7. The Renegades beating the Avengers, I believe it is ANIATORS. That's in the Spanish, so I make sure you understand what I'm trying to say. The Renegades won 28-23. And the Stallions lost to the Battlehawks 30-34. Now, I want to talk about this right here. Yes, I know not everything is not up. Not the entire UFL rules goes with the NFL. The only thing they use is the kickoff. They have the same kickoff with the landing zone and the kicking stance, and of course, what they want to do is on side kick. That's all they have. I think, and I want everyone to let me know what you think about those rules and what should be changed. Because when I watch the NFL and I see highlights as well as watching the games of the UFL. We don't have a 4-point play in the NFL. We do not have that at all. You got 20 minutes. 20 minutes left, babe. Sorry about that. I just had to turn my going. That's just 3 minutes to get all looking. And then if you want to buy Cable Spot, I will have a link here so you can buy hard. Anyway, and of course you do have the DSD couples. And one half, she's the other half. That's right. Yeah, you. All right, we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. And we'll talk. And on the other side, we're going to be talking about NFL, Major League Baseball, and much more on the other side. Be right back. As well, now we definitely want to talk about the NBA, the Major League Baseball. Okay, we do have games on today. The all evening games, of course. Late afternoon into the evening. We got starting off with Baltimore Orioles versus the D-backs on at 5:35 as well. 5:35, and of course, all these games are on MLB TV. So make sure you download. If you don't have the MLB TV app on your mobile devices and your TV, I say do it now. Sign up. Pay the extra money so you can watch the Milwaukee Brewers games as well. I did that. I got it. We have the New York Yankees taking on the Angels at 6:05 on MLB TV. The Braves are hosting the Mariners, the Marlins. Yeah, Marlins. Tonight at 6:15. We got the Cardinals hosting the Guardians tonight. And yes, the Cardinals are at 500. It's an 8-8 season. The Minnesota Twins are doing really well, up 3 games over 500, but the Boston Red Sox are under 4 games under 500 with 6-10, and that game is at 6:40. We have the Rangers taking on the road, taking on the Athletics. And of course, that's at 6. That game is at 8:40 tonight. Late night game. We got the Royals taking on the Tigers at 5:40. We got the Reds and the Giants at 5:40 today. And these are Eastern times mostly. So make sure you check your local time in your area. You got the Pirates hosting the Nationals tonight at 5:40. And the Nationals are 2 games under 500 right now. And the Pirates are over 500 by 4 games. The White Sox, the way we go out tonight, and so far the White Sox are still under 500, but they do have 6 wins. Let's see if they can get more wins this year than they did last year. We know how, we all know how last year was, and we'll touch back on this in just a minute. We got the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Toronto Blue Jays at 6:40 for pitch. We have at 7:10 Milwaukee taking on the Astros, and yes, the Cardinals all not the Cardinals, the Rockies are 4 games under 500 with a 6-10 record. We got the Padres in San Diego taking on the Mariners tonight on MLB TV, of course, but it's also on ESPN Unlimited. So you can watch this game on the ESPN Unlimited inactive app as well as MLB TV. Mariners and Padres will go at it at 8:40 tonight. I definitely going to check this out on my ESPN app, my ESPN Unlimited app, and of course MLB TV as well. We also have the Mets taking on the Dodgers tonight at 9:10 to wrap it up for this Tuesday night. Also on MLB TV. And if you want to watch, if you want to listen to any of those games, make sure you download the MLB app. And this is one of the best apps there is. This is what I'm talking about. It gives you breaks it down. Let's say you want to listen to it. Let's say you want to listen to a game, but you don't live in the area. With this app, all you need to do is go to your Google Play or your App Store and download this app. And this app will give you the games on the radio side. That's right. Let's say let's say you're a fan of the Yankees, but you live out west in California. You can download this app. You can listen to that game while you are getting your tan on in California, or while on vacation. Or if, let's say, you were a Cosmos fan and you are out east, same thing. Make sure you have this app. Make sure you have the MLB, this particular MLB app. And you can listen to that game while you are getting ready for bed. Or getting the kids ready for bed even. That's one of the best things about this app. I love it myself. I use it all the time, every day, just about. Here's another example for me. I live in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin. I'm a Braves fan. So I go to when I want to listen to the radio side of the Braves games, I need to just go into the app. I'll go to the Braves game, which they're playing tonight, like I said, at 6:15 in Atlanta. All I do is tap this button right here which says listen. And they give you the stations, the radio stations that is carried on. And you pick the right station. And if you get it right, you get play by play on the radio side. Another example, my girlfriend Kayla. She lives here in Wisconsin now, and you're a Houston fan, right? You're a Rangers fan, right? You're a Rangers fan in baseball. So she'll go to this app and she'll be listening to this while she's singing and dancing in the kitchen or making dinner or doing her art. That's the best thing about this app. Now, this is a time of day I would love, because we're getting close to the end, but we'll do this in a little bit. We'll give you my apps, my recommendations of podcasts to listen to. And there's a new one that is out. With this pilot episode. And yes, I do want to talk about the NBA because just Jason Tatum is back. He's doing really well. And of course, if you do, this is one of the podcasts I'll recommend, and that's the Knuckleheads podcast. I haven't yet listened to it myself, but I will. I don't think I will listen to this one because we'll be talking about Jason Tatum as well. And of course, you gotta listen to the Knucklehead podcast because you don't have to be a knucklehead just to listen to it. Anyway, I do love to work out. Yeah, I'm actually trying to get back into shape. I will be going. Well, before I do that, let me see what I have. If you all want to listen to Wisconsin sports, anything Wisconsin related, make sure you download the ESPN Wisconsin app and get everything on demand from ESPN Madison, ESPN Beaver Dam, and ESPN Milwaukee. You can get the radio side 100.5 from Madison, 14:30 a.m. Beaver Dam, and 94.5 FM Milwaukee. And of course, you got the YouTube channel as well. We also have a bunch of shows like Jim Matamani, the Jam Sports Show, the Homer Hour, the KBN, Woody House, and Jim Gibbon Chewy. We got originals. We got Mr. Relevant, Jump Around, 3.0 with Jim Willis and Paulo Iglesias. You got On the T with Dave Neitzel. You got K, as well as K and W, which is Good Karma Wrestling as well. And of course, Sundays we're good with our boss and CEO of Good Karma, Craig Cousin, on Sunday Karma. And of course, with Jason Brody, you also have Weekly Brody. And of course, if you are a Packer fan, you didn't sure follow this. And that is Brody, the Green and Gold Fix, and of course, the Weekly Brody. And we have ESPN radio shows that we have on here. On Spokesmanlike, Aaron Gordon, Michelle Small, and Chris Kenty. And of course, the Rich Eisen Show as well. You just added them in. Thanks to me for calling in and being on. And the best thing about this app, you can also customize it. You can have shows that you like the most and shows you like the least. And you set it up the way you want it. And of course, you can follow ESPN Radio Madison, Milwaukee, and Beaver on social media as well. Okay, we got 20 minutes left, everyone. So we need to get into let's see what I got with the Athletic. And this is going to the Athletic as well. Looks like Matt Jones of ESPN, after 36 years of broadcasting, is leaving ESPN. And I definitely want to congratulate you on your retirement and good luck. Oh, looks like the Phillies, Alec Baldwin BOHM is seeking his return of $528,618 from parents, fires, agent, and legal battle. Like, parents are involved in this. It's one thing when it's just the player and the agent. It's another. It's a whole another ballpark when you include the parent of the player, even if they are over depending on their age too. And I'm not sure how old Alec is, but I will check that out and see how old he is, because there probably is a reason why. Because there's a lot of the MLB players all under the age, all teenagers, not just 20 somethings, 30 somethings, and 40 somethings. They are even in their 20s. That's right, 20s. Even the teenagers. There are teenagers that will come in and will go through the system with the starting from the single A, double A, triple A, and then call up to the major leagues. That's why it takes so long for that. And yes, Diffai Tai has been diagnosed with malaria in his lungs and in his liver cavity. So yes, I'm definitely praying for you, baby, Diffai Tai, baby. I'm praying for you and in a speedy recovery as well. Let me see what let me get a little news from the Bleach Report. Okay, this is definitely I want to talk about the NFL draft. Yeah, this weekend I'll talk about WrestleMania in a little bit. But next, actually, let's talk about that first. We have this weekend. Make sure you watch WWE's WrestleMania this Saturday and Sunday. Night one Saturday night, night two on Sunday. And we got a lot of matches for you. There's a two big cards each night. And yes, I'm totally looking forward to it as well. And I will be doing Saturday and Sunday as well. So make sure you watch down ESPN's Down Sports special of the WWE's WrestleMania. And of course, you can watch that on the ESPN Unlimited app as well. And the first hour of both nights will be on ESPN. Not the app, not just the app, but also on the ESPN channel itself. You get the first hour of WrestleMania both Saturday and Sunday on ESPN National Channel. You'll get the first hour of that. So you get to see a couple matches on that channel as well. And of course, they all talk about the. And I gotta mention last night we did have the women's WNBA draft last night. So I definitely wanted to congratulate all the ladies that got drafted last night. Congratulations to you ladies. And of course, if you don't have the MLB app, make sure you download that now. And yes, I am a member. We activate my membership. Make sure you always have Sirius XM. That way you listen to Unsportsmanlike and also ESPN shows on Sirius XM channel 80. So make sure you have Sirius XM radio. And of course, make sure you have Sorry, folks. Honey, it's noon. You gotta go.
I know that.
Just go. Sorry, folks. Sorry about that. And if you ever want what, we are getting closer to the NFL draft, which means we're getting closer to the NFL season. And for you to have for that, make sure you watch replays, exclusives, and shows like Good Morning Football from 11 a.m. to 1 on the NFL app. And of course, if you want to watch the ESPN version, the first hour of WWE, make sure you watch that on the YouTube TV. If you don't have YouTube TV, make sure you subscribe now. Excuse me, folks, I gotta get my lady a kiss. Okay, now, and of course, like I said, I am overweight. My girlfriend as well, and we're gonna be go to the gym, but we also are gonna be working out on the Total Gym.
And wipe up, okay?
So yeah, make sure you get in there, do that. All you do is need to fill out your journey, and then create your account, and you can do this a lot. You can do it on the Total Gym app as well. And of course, now at this point, this is the time I like to give you the app, the podcast that I recommend. I'm going to start off, of course, with Sports Mind with Eric Corey, Michelle Small, and Chris Canty. And of course, Rich Eisen show with Rich Eisen. Now, there was a new one right here. It's a Major League Baseball one. It's called The Sources Tell Jeff Passan's. This is just the Jeff Passan's. So I haven't listened to the first episode yet, but I will be later on. So make sure you check out Sources Tell Jeff Passan. And of course, make sure you check out 21 Questions with Madison, as well as Audrey and Jeremy show with Audrey and Jeremy. Of course, you got the Insiders, you got the Good Morning Football, Paul Feinbaum show. There's another show I'm going to be calling into as well. And once I get on, I will let you all know and how it goes and how Paul is doing. And of course, the Lockdown Bama podcast and the Locked On podcasts, because there's more than one. They're all the Lockdown podcast series. And of course, you got the Knuckleheads podcast. You got the Intro to the Milwaukee Sphere. But I'm not a fan of that one. I've heard of that one. You got of course, the Nightcap, the Big Ten podcast, the SEC, Alabama football, of course, McElroy and Cublic, Cubleic in the morning, and of course, Wake Up Boston. And of course, the New Heights with Jason and with the brothers of Jason and Travis Kelsey as well. And of course, the Damon Green show, the Lockdown SEC, Get Up. And we get up. Definitely got to check out the triple option with my boy at Alabama's own Mark Ingram, Bill Overmeyer, and Bob Stone. So yes, those are this week's podcast that I recommend. And of course, the Hood, Get Up, like I said. The Dan Patrick Show, First Take, as well. And of course, the Colin Coward. Okay, looks like we are at the end of today's episode. And of course, the Pat McAfee Show. Most importantly, the Pat McAfee Show podcast as well. Looks like we are out of time, everybody. And thank you for joining me today. Make sure you follow and hit the notifications. Make sure you hit all the notifications and follow me on all my social platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And in YouTube, make sure you hit that bell to get all those notifications. And I can help you along with that with the Linktree app. You can also type the Linktree app and you can get it all in one click. Until next time, and I will be doing more at ESPN, not just here. And yes, I am moving to another place, so I'll be doing more of that there as well as ESPN. ESPN's LLI Solo Studios, as well as my place, my new place. And with that, I leave you with that, and everyone have a great sports week. And hey, we'll be doing another episode in this amount of days. We're going to see you on Saturday for WrestleMania. Until then, let's get it on and see you next time. See, this is better than doing it at previous ability.